My name is Frank Altomare. I'm the executive chef for Aria Tuscan Grill in Uptown Charlotte. My story is, it's actually Emerald.
Really?
I was probably about 15 years old, and I was working for my uncle in an Italian restaurant, just mom and pop place. And one day I came home from work and saw this man on TV on a show called How to Boil Water. And just the name was so catchy, and it just made me intrigued to watch him more and more. And I said to myself one day I wanted to be like him, and I was going to work for him, and sure enough, I ended up working for him. I worked at Emerald's at his namesake on top of Chulas down in New Orleans. I was there for about 2 years. I'm a graduate of the CIA up in Hyde Park, New York, the Culinary Institute of America. I studied there for 4 years. I got my bachelor's in business and in culinary arts. And after that, I went to Emerald's. I went to Derek's Culinary Casual, which was a molecular gastronomy down in Sarasota, Florida. Worked at a few different restaurants in New York City. And then went back to Fairfield, Connecticut and worked there for a few Italian restaurants. Molino's probably was the #1 Italian restaurant in all of Connecticut at that time. And I was the executive sous chef there. And I decided to come down here to Charlotte for just a different way of life. And I ended up here as the executive sous for Pierre Bader and Aria. And about 1.5 years ago, I received the honor of being the executive chef. Well, because we specialize in Italian food, I try not to mask anything with different sauces. I try to, bring out the simplicity of what we're dealing with, whether it's a protein or vegetables. The fresher, the better, obviously. And it is a challenge. I mean, to take something like a roasted chicken and just simply season it and roast it to perfection, it's a lot harder to do than most people think. So with that being said, there is no room for error in what we do here at the restaurant. And the inspiration behind it is, I just want to make everybody aware of Italian food is not just spaghetti and meatballs and lasagna. We eat a lot of light fish, very, very light meats, where we're just simple dressed with some olive oil and some lemon. Where the protein is the star of what you're eating. The biggest achievement would probably be, I was a runner-up for the James Beard Award when I was up in New York as uprising chef of the Northeast. That was probably my biggest achievement. And then landing this job here at Aria as the executive chef. I mean, this restaurant is a very, very busy restaurant. We do about 400 people a night. So always having to worry about what is coming in as far as the freshness of things, and having things delegated in a particular order so the food comes out in a timely manner. It's difficult, but the reward is great. The entire menu is mine. There are a few staples that were here when I first got here that stayed, like the ossobuco. That's a very popular dish. But now that we moved into the summer months, we go with a lighter fare. So we have a North Carolina flounder, which is local, and we serve it with a watermelon and feta salad. And we serve it over some orzo with a Calabrian pepper sauce. Calabria pepper sauce is made of peppers that are native to the province of Calabria, which is where my family's from, and that's in the southern part of Italy. So we take those peppers and some pickled peppers and we emulsify it with some honey and some oil. Again, simple, and letting the peppers be the star in the fish. And the other one would have to be the lamb chops. They're the lamb loins served over a inspired Israeli couscous tabbouleh with a nice lamb reduction, some artichoke vinaigrette, but there's a really great spice rub that's on the lamb itself, used primarily of Sicilian spices, and we marinate with some marsala, again indigenous to Sicily, and the flavor just all pop when you eat it. It's a great dish, very, very light.
Yep.
My children, my wife, and I would have to say, those are my inspiration of getting up every day and trying to be that better person, trying to be that better father or husband or man, and ultimately having people come in here and enjoying what my passion is, and what my cook's passion is. I mean, it's about a team here at the restaurant. It's not just about me. I couldn't do it without them. But to have somebody enjoy my food and say, wow, this is great. I love and appreciate what he's trying to do here. That puts a smile on my face. I love to stay here in Charlotte, and maybe hopefully someday venture out with Pierre, the owner, into my own place. Do a different style of food that is not seen here in Charlotte. Charlotte's a great food city. There's no doubt about that. but I think it has definitely a lot of room to grow as far as educating people on what Italian food really is.